Hello viewers, welcome to my channel once again. This is Teacher Jaja on the series Resumption Preparation for Teachers. If you're just seeing my channel, I will encourage you to go back and watch my other videos so that you'll be able to understand what we are doing. Please don't forget to like my video. Don't forget to also send the link to other teachers to enable them benefit from the little that we're doing here. Please also subscribe and then hit the notification button so that you would be the first to see when I post a new video. Now, before I go into what we would be doing today, I have done a video on general preparation for resumption. I've also done a video on preparing for resumption with my scheme of work. You know that is very important. I've also done a video on preparation for resumption with my lesson plan, preparation for classroom management, then preparation for lesson delivery, and then I've also done a video on first day of resumption drama. I'm sure if you're a teacher and you're just seeing this video, you would like to benefit from all of this and you want to have this information to help you prepare effectively for resumption. So today we're going to be talking about the different kinds of parents we would be expecting in our class. You know that sometimes as teachers, there are things we don't expect in the classroom, but they just happen. But right now, I want you to start thinking in this direction. What kind of parents are going to come into my classroom? So that's what we're going to be discussing today to help you prepare, because sometimes teachers and parents just have a clash that is quite disheartening. The teacher becomes unhappy, the parent on the other side becomes unhappy. That's because on your part as a teacher, you did not prepare, or you're not aware of the different kinds of parents that will be coming into your classroom. So sometimes you tend to do what? To expect too much from them, and then you get disappointed and there is a clash. So before I go into telling you the different kinds of parent or types of parent you should be expecting as you resume in your classroom, please, if you need to reach me for other educational services, please, you can chat me up on 08117442244. I take that again, chat me up if you need other educational services on 08117442244. So once again today we're talking about the different types of parents that we would be expecting in our classroom. You know, sadly or sorry to say that sometimes if you're not careful as a teacher, you can move from managing your children to managing your parents, because parents can also be a handful and overwhelming. So for example, if you have 10 children, 20 children in your classroom and they all have fathers and mothers, so put it together, how many people are you managing? So you manage the children and you as well manage the parents if you need to get your job done. You know, for children to succeed, really their parents need to be what's involved, because it's what is a partnership. So it's a partnership between the school and the parents to make the children was successful. But sadly, sometimes the parents are not forthcoming, and so you're going to be struggling with a whole lot of things. But the tips I'm going to give you is going to help you it's going to help you manage your classroom, manage the children, and succeed. And it's going to help you prepare ahead of time for this kind of parents. Now, the first kind of parents I would like to introduce to you is the intentionally involved parents. That's the first kind of parents I want to introduce you to. You're going to have this kind of parents in your classroom, intentionally involved parent. That means for every meeting, the parent is there. For class assembly, the parent is there. Anything you call for, the parent will be there. Open days, the parent will be there. They're never missing any meeting with the teachers, and they always communicate with you. They don't leave any communication gap. Those are intentionally involved parents. In fact, right from the one when they meet you, they are going to even tell you what they expect from you, and they want to hear what your expectations are, so you people can do what? Work together. In fact, they will be the one to tell you, can we work together? Now, the second type of parent I want to introduce to you, I want to talk to you about, is circumstantial parents. Now, for circumstantial parents, it's situation that is making them involved. They're not intentional. If that situation wasn't there, honestly, they will not be involved. So the situation is making them not to have a choice. That situation can be another parent that is their friend that have a child in your class. That situation can be maybe their child is having a challenge that they really need help. Maybe that situation can be they just like you as a teacher and then they want to be around you. Anything at all can be a reason they are just involved. It's not intentional. Another type of parent I would like to mention to you about, it's the one I call representative parents. Now, this kind of parents, you would never find them in school. So someone is always representing them. Is either the child's auntie, the child's uncle, the child's grandpa, the child's grandma. Sometimes it can even be mommy's friend. Sometimes it can even be daddy's friend. Sometimes it can even be a neighbor. However, somebody is always doing what? Representing the parents. The last one is the absentee parent. Now, these are the type of parents that right from the one when the child steps into your class until the child leaves that class, you would never see the parent and you won't get to know the parent. These are absentee parents. They are also called busy bee parents. They are never there. Busy bee parents. So they're always busy. Busy doing what you know and busy doing what you do not know. Whatever it is at all. Even if they're sleeping, they are just what? Busy. So they are never there. So now how do you handle these parents when you have them in your classroom? As a teacher, you're going to be working with them. You need to prepare for them. Now, for a parent that is intentionally involved, this is how you manage the parent. First day of resumption, first week of resumption, you tell the parent, this is what I expect, or these are the expectations for this class, and this is what I expect you to do as a teacher. They would also tell you what they expect from you and how you should get them involved. So for this kind of parents, they're always waiting for your call. So anytime you call, they appear. For this kind of parents, they want and they're always ready to do what you ask them to do in as much as it's going to improve their children. They're always there with open arms to ask you, what do I do? Where do I get involved? Their parents that will always be there during assemblies. Their parents that will be there in during open days, and they're going to listen to you in details and then follow up with their children's learning. So these kind of parents are very thorough and detailed. So for every information you give, they follow through. They follow through with school rules and everything, be it in the child's character, be it in the child's academic. So you give the child homework to do, they are there, or you give the child something to present in school, you see them getting involved, they want to get the child ready. These kind of parents are also always giving you feedback, and they also expect feedback from you. So to deal with an intentionally involved parent, you need to be someone that gives feedback. You can't be a teacher that is absent-minded and you do not have details. You're going to have issues with this kind of parents because they like feedback. In fact, they're never tired of feedback on daily basis, whether they be good ones, whether they be bad ones. They are just ready for you to do what? Give them feedback. And they like clarification of information. So you want to send them information, be clear, be specific. Tell them what you want them to do and they will do what, and they will follow through. Homework, tell them what to do. So this kind of parents don't like surprises. They don't like you keeping information away from them, and then at the end of the day their children won't be able to participate because one thing or the their parents are like their children to participate in every school activity. These are the type of parent that will ask you, why did my child not be a part of this? And you need to be able to do what to defend that. So they are ready to always go what extra mile to ensure that their children do what is expected from the school, from the teacher, and their children are involved in everything. Their parents that like to be proud of their children. Their parents that want their children to succeed and to grow. So that is how to deal with them. Do what? Give them information. It must be clear. It must be specific. Don't delay the information. Tell them on time. Don't hide any information from them because they will certainly do what? They will discover. These are the kind of parents that their children come back from school. They ask them, how was your day today? They want the children to give them feedback and download of what happened what in school. Intentionally what? Involved. They're intentional. It's a lifestyle for them and all of that. So that's how to do what? To deal with them. Then the circumstantial parents. You're only going to deal with them based on the circumstance that makes them involved. If you go outside that circumstance, they are not going to be involved. For example, if they have a friend that comes for school activities or school events, because of that friend, they would be there. If that friend is not coming, they're not going to come. So if you want them to be in a particular event or to be involved in something, you need to do it such that that friend is part of it. Now, if you also want them to be involved in what is happening, you have to create a situation that is important to them to make them to do what? To come. That is how those kind of parents do what? Work. You have to let them know that the circumstance or the situation is something that needs their urgent attention. If you are not able to create that, if they're not able to if they're not able to see that that situation needs their urgent attention, they would not what they will not be there. So for such parents, you're only going to expect them in things that need their urgent attention, in things that maybe one other friend is coming, or that thing that is making them involved is part of it. That is what will do what that is what will bring them. That's how to manage those kind of parents. So everything you're doing should surround that thing that is important to them. For example, if their child is having learning challenges, everything you're doing, if you're telling them, oh, the reason I'm asking you to come is because we need the child to do this, to be able to do this, they're going to be there. Anything outside that, they won't be there. Now, when it comes to representative parents, now the ones that are represented by aunties, by uncles, and all of that, for this kind of people, for this kind of parents, they don't give the people that represent them, they go ahead to get involved in everything that concerns their children. So, as a teacher, you don't give all the information concerning the child to the representative, even though they have sent them to you. For example, some parents can actually send someone or aunties or uncle to come for open day. Now, while you are thinking that this person is representing the parent, so I should tell them about the child's academic performance and everything, the parents are going to get upset. They'll say you don't give them that kind of information. You give it directly to what? To me. So for this kind of parents, you have to know the information you give to the representative and the information you give directly to them. So in as much as they keep sending representatives to you, please don't give them all the information. So there's some information that you have to make it written, staple it, put in an envelope, and give to the representative to do what? To hand over to them. There's some information that if your school allows the use of a platform or the use of phones and whatever, you just send them a text message or a WhatsApp message, so you're communicating directly with them. You're not giving it to what? To the representative. So they want the representative to just be there. If the child is doing presentation in school and all of that, okay, beautiful. They are just there to snap pictures with the child, to applaud the child and give them feedback. But when it comes to academic performance, behavior, certain kinds of details, they don't expect you to give those details to the person representing them. So you have to be careful. If you do, they're going to have issues with you. They're going to be angry. They're going to be upset and all of that because they expect that privacy. You should understand what is privacy. So for this kind of parents, when they send representative to you, you find a time to chat them up to know the level of information you can give to the person that is representing them and the one that should come to them directly. If you do not do that, you're going to have issues with them, you're going to have a clash, and they might end up being unhappy and all of that. Okay, so the last one is the absentee parent. Now, listen to me very well. You cannot take this one away from the school system. For the absentee parents, no matter the message you send, they will never see it. No matter the information you send, they will never see it. So there's nothing you can basically do to pull them. These are the kind of parents that the child can stay in your classroom from the beginning of the session to the end of the session, and then you would never know them or see them. If you ask their previous teachers, they will tell you they don't really know who they are. So they're always what? Absent. Some of them come by bus and then do what? Go by bus. Some of them, a driver just drops them off and the children enter the school, the driver picks them up. You don't ever get to do what? To see the parents are always absent. For this kind of parents, you deal with what? With the children. So there are basic information you need to give to the children to make the children be able to work at the level of the class. For example, if there's something to be brought into school, please follow up with the child to ensure that the child brings that thing to school. If the child needs what things like costume, all of that, there are certain things about that child that you need to have permanently with you, put in a locker in the school, so that when the child needs it, what happens? You just give it to the child, because those parents, you would never see them in school. If you like tell your management to invite them, they would never appear. They will just tell you, I'm busy, I'm not around, I'm busy, I'm not around. So they are always what? They are always busy. So this kind of parent, you need to encourage the child, you need to build the child to be independent, you need to build the child to be able to take information home and then do what? And then um, bring bring feedback. If the person has a driver, you need to be able to communicate with the driver in such a way that the driver would be able to do what? To bring what you want to school, or be able to do what? To give whatever information it is that would help the child. But for you to say you'll be able to relate with the parents, communicate with them, it's a no-no. You would never get to see them, and nobody is representing them, and that is how it is. And so for this kind of parent, teachers get frustrated, get angry, they complain about the child, they complain about everything. My dear, it is the reality of life. You don't need to complain. That is how the child is going to be. So you do what? You get yourself ready to work with the child, have partnership with the child in a way that the child will do what? The child will learn, the child will succeed, because the parents are never going to be there. Having said that, that is how far we can go today. So please remember to like my video. Remember to share with other teachers so that they can benefit. Please follow me and then click on the notification button so that when next I drop a video, you would be the first to be notified. Don't forget to also reach out to me if you need help or any other educational service on the number 081 172244. I take it again, 081 17442244. So please do what? Reach out to me and I will surely give you the attention that you require. Once again, thank you for being part of our little virtual classroom. So bye bye.